Welcome guys, we're going to start this asana practice on our knees, bottom resting on our heels, shoulders back, lengthen through the spine, bring our hands to rest in our lap, and just close the eyes and start to focus on the breath coming into the body. Just feeling the natural rhythm of the breath. Maybe you feel the expansion of the belly, of the rib cage, of the chest. Coming into your Ujjayi breathing, nice and soft. Preparing for our asana practice by setting your intention for the session. And when you're ready, we're going to start to bring our hands to the ground, walking our knees back underneath our hips and preparing the body for cat-cow position. So as we breathe in, reach the chest through the shoulders, look forwards, exhale, pushing through the hands, lifting the back of the heart towards the sky, chin to chest. Inhale, shoulders back, lengthen, look forwards, lift the tailbone. Exhale, reaching the tailbone down between the thighs, crunching into the lower belly. Inhale, lengthen, look forwards. Exhale, press through the hands, press through the shins, chin to chest. Inhale, lengthen, look forwards. Exhale, lowering your bottom to heels and reaching the fingertips forwards. Then as you inhale, I want you to lift the lower rib cage off the thighs, creep the chest forwards, and then set yourself back into your position. Fingers strong. Release the forearms to the ground, glide forward, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, elbows in. Soft Bhujangasana, pressing through the tops of the feet. Exhale, pressing through the hands, bottom to heels. Take a breath in. Exhale, rounding back through cat into a neutral spine. Take a breath in, reach the chest forward, lift the tailbone. Exhale, bottom to heels, fingertips reaching forwards, hands are active. Inhale, lower the forearms, lift the chest, press down through the tops of the feet. Cobra position. Exhale, roll through the knees, press through the hands. Child's pose. Take a breath in. As you exhale, round through the back of the body, come back into a neutral spine position. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release bottom to heels, fingertips strong. Release the forearms, glide forward, lift the chest, press down through the tops of the feet, lift the chest, gaze up, open the throat, exhale, tuck the toes under. Bottom to heels. Take a breath in. As you exhale, press down through the feet, lift your hips into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, patting the feet as you breathe out, maybe swinging the hips side to side, patting the hands, gazing up towards your thighs, towards your navel, finding your breath, expanding the belly, the chest, the ribcage. And as you exhale, release down onto your knees. Step your right foot back, take a breath in. As you exhale, you float the heel, look forwards, release the opposite hand out in front of you, spread through the fingers. Your gaze here, your drishti, is to the thumb tip. Finding your breath in and your breath out as you reach out through your heel, you reach out through your fingertips. Expanding the ribcage on the inhale, exhale, lifting the navel. One more. Inhale when you're ready. Exhale, releasing the hand and the knee at the same time with the breath. Step your left foot back. Inhale, reach the chest forwards. Exhale, float the heel. When you're ready, opposite hand releases from the ground, fingertips forwards as though you're reaching out to hold someone's hand. Gaze up towards your thumb tip. So you're pressing out through that left heel, reaching forward through your right hand. Diagonally across the body as you breathe from fingertips down to heel. When you're ready to release, you release the hand and the knee at the same time. Lower down to the ground. Tucking all 10 toes under. Reaching forward your fingertips and then melt the chest down to the ground. So you're keeping your hips stacked over your knees. The chin's working its way down to the ground. You're getting that extension of the spine. As you press down through the paddings of the hands, you come into this puppy dog pose. Starting to open the shoulders. See if you can roll the shoulders down away from the ears while keeping that active connection through the hands. Separating your fingers evenly, finding your breath, melting the chest to the ground. Maybe you can look forward slightly. Next, exhale, walk your hands back to knees, tuck your toes under, lift your hips back into downward facing dog. May need to change your position on the mat slightly. So you're breathing in. As you exhale, start to melt the chest, pressing through the hands through the floor, lifting your hips high, your heels down towards the ground. Start to get into the back of the hamstrings here. Finding the breath in. And as you exhale, next time you're going to slowly walk your hands back towards your feet. Soft through the back of the knees, get your belly lower ribs resting on your thighs, pressing down through the feet, holding onto opposite elbows, or you can take your hands behind the back of the head, opposite shoulders, and just sway the body side to side for me. Don't forget to breathe here, keeping your hips lifting. Maybe start to work into the back of the hamstrings, straighten the legs, release your hands to the ground. You can nod your head, gently shake your head, relax the head completely so gravity is taking control. Then as you inhale next time, walk forwards into a plank position. Wrists underneath, shoulders push out through your heels, tuck your tailbone slightly under, look forwards. And as you exhale, lower the knees, come down onto the front of the body, ready for Bhujangasana. Press down through the tops of the feet, press down through the hands, lift the chest. As you exhale next time, you can gently move back into downward facing dog position. So you're walking your feet hip distance apart, pressing down through the heels, finding your breath in, finding your breath out. One more. Full breath in, full breath out as you walk forward to your hands and you fold over the thighs. Inhale, press down through the feet to grow tall, raise your fingertips to the sky, palms to press, lift the chest, exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, raise the hands, lift the palms to the sky, push up, exhale, stand tall. Keep the hands lifted, palms of the hands up towards the sky, interlock the fingers. Inhale, grow a little taller. Exhale, release the hands to the hips at the same time. Take a breath in, lift the chest, raise the hands, interlock the fingers, press up through the palms, chin forward to chest, breathe out. Take a breath in, grow a little taller, reaching down through the feet. As you exhale, release your hands back to your hips. Nice and slow with the out breath. Inhale, raise the hands, lift the chest, interlock the fingers behind the back of the head, lift up. This time as you exhale, you're going to send your hips over to the left as you move your hands over to the right. Deep breath in, exhale. Try spinning the chest slightly up towards the sky so you're looking underneath your armpit up towards the sky. Pressing down through that left foot. Opening out into that left side of the body. Breathing in, exhaling over to the right side. Inhale, coming back to neutral. Exhale, reaching over to the left as you send your hips over to the right. Reaching down through your right foot, pressing down through your right foot. Lengthen through that right side of the body. Breathe into that right side of the body, all the way down. Maybe you lift an inch higher, and as you exhale, you just reach over that a little bit more. Coming back to neutral when you're ready. Take a breath in. As you exhale, release your hands to hips at the same time. Inhale, lift the hands, palms to press, gaze up. Exhale, fold over the thighs. Inhale, lift the chest, look forward. Exhale, stepping back into plank, still breathing out, lower chaturanga. As we inhale, press down through the tops of the feet, lift the chest, exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward on the inhale, left foot follows on the exhale. As we inhale, press down through the feet to grow tall. Raise the hands to the sky, palms to press, lift the chest, fingers strong. Exhale, release the hands to the heart. Samastiti, equal standing. Inhale, raise the hands, palms to press, gaze up, slight back bend. Exhale, fold through, forward fold Uttanasana. Inhale, lift the chest, look forwards. Exhale, stepping back into plank, lowering straight down through Chaturanga. Inhale, lifting, Bhujangasana, lift the chest, elbows in, shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog position. Left foot forward on the inhale, look forwards, reach the chest through the shoulders. Exhale, right foot follows, forward fold Uttanasana. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky, palms to press, gaze up. Exhale, hands to hug. So good, we're going to do it again. Inhale, raise the hands, palms to press. Exhale, cascade over the thighs. Gaze up to the belly. Inhale, lift the chest, look forward. Exhale, step or gently hop back into plank. Breathing out, lower Chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest. Open the throat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward on the inhale. Reach back through that left heel. Exhale, press down through that right foot. Stabilize. Take a breath in. As you exhale, you're going to float the hands by the sides of the hips. Reach through the crown of the head. Imagine a straight line from the back heel through the hips, through the crown of the head. Palms facing down, fingers strong. Pressing down through that front foot. Inhale, expand. Exhale, draw your navel to spine. Stability, Sthira Sukha. One more breath in. And as you exhale, next time release your hands to the floor. Step it back into plank on the inhale. On the exhale, lower Chaturanga. Looking forwards. Inhale, lift the chest. Open the throat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Second side, so stepping the left foot forwards. Root down through that front foot. Press out through that back right heel. Find the breath. Inhale. Then when you're ready to exhale, you're going to press down through that front foot. Float the hands by the sides of the hips. Palms facing down. Breathing in, imagine a long spine through the crown of the head, straight, all the way from the heel through the hips, through the crown of the head, finding an expansion of breath. Chest expands, ribcage expands, belly. Exhale. Exhale, release the hands, step it back into plank on the inhale. Exhale, lower Chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest, shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Finding the breath. Inhale. Exhale, really pressing those heels down now, melting the chest. Crown of the head reaching towards the ground, you gaze up towards your belly, towards your thighs. Stepping forward on the inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold over the thighs, start to straighten through the backs of the legs now. Press down through the feet to grow tall, lift the chest on the inhale, fingers strong. Exhale, Samastiti, hands to heart. As we inhale, we lift our right foot. Maybe you hold down, grab hold of the foot and bring it into the inner left thigh. Vrikshasana, tree position. We're going to take 3 deep breaths here. So as we inhale, expand, pressing the sole of the foot against the standing left leg. Exhale, soften into position, but keeping the length through the back of the neck, through the spine, keeping your belly drawing in. Inhale. Exhale deeply, drawing your navel back, pressing the sole of the foot against the standing left leg. Inhale, right, left lifts. Exhale, step the right foot back slowly, keeping your left knee forwards. Lunge into position. As you inhale, lift the chest, palms to press, Virabhadrasana 1, so warrior 1 position. Relax the shoulders, gaze up to the palms that are pressing together. Your fingers are strong. You're reaching back through your right heel, lunging into your left foot. Finding your breath for one more. Inhale. Exhale. Relax the hands. look forwards. Inhale, lift the right knee, hinge from the hips and set your right foot just above your left knee as you bend through your left leg. Coming into this squat position, balancing on the left foot, toes flexed on the right foot to protect the knee, sinking the hips back and down, lifting the chest, hands to heart, into this standing pigeon position. Find the breath in. Exhale, sinking the hips back and down just a little bit more. When you're ready, you can inhale, lift the right leg. Maybe you send it back behind you, pressing down through that left foot. Maybe release your left hand to the ground. Your right hand can come behind the back for your left pocket. As you exhale, you set your feet back into the ground. Inhale, this time raising the left knee, guiding the left foot into the standing right leg, hands to heart. Inhale, expand the chest, the rib cage. Exhale, relax. Inhale, expand. Exhale, relax. So there's a relaxed awareness. Don't worry about wobbling, that's fine. Inhale. If you need to keep your toes on the ground, your heel pressing against the standing right leg, that's absolutely fine. One more in breath. Exhale, soften. Keep reaching down through that right foot. Inhale, left knee lifts. Exhale, left foot back. Virabhadrasana 1, lunge into the front right knee. Inhale, lift the chest, palms press. Exhale, sink into the lunge. Warrior 1. Expand the fingertips, reaching up strong. Relax the shoulders. Finding the breath for 2. Inhale, expand. Exhale, relax. Relaxed awareness. One more breath in. Exhale, release the hands to the heart, nice and slowly. Pressing down through that right foot. Inhale, lift the left knee, rotate from the hip, bring the left foot just above the right knee on the thigh and sink your hips back and down, hands to heart. So you're standing pigeon position. You're breathing into that left hip this time. Keeping your toes flexed, protect the knee. Any pinching in the knee, you come straight out or lift the hips just a little to ease the pressure. Find the breath in. Find the breath out. Maybe the hips drop back and down just a little bit more, keeping that steady stability in that right foot. Maybe you lift the toes, separate the toes. When you're ready to inhale, then you can reach back with your left foot as you go into this half moon, but it's a soft half moon shape. Pressing down through the right foot, keeping the softness in the right knee, floating the left foot out behind, left hand behind for right pocket. And step the back foot forwards, nice and soft. So you have an option here to move through traditional sun salutation, moving back into plank, or we can float back. So we inhale, raise the hands, palms to press. Exhale, fold. Uttanasana, forward fold. This time we can lift the chest, look forward, step it back into plank, or we can drop the knees, drop the hips, press down through the hands, float the feet and move back into Chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest, Cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we'll take 3 breaths here. So as we inhale, lift the hips, press the hands through the ground. Exhale, melt the chest towards the ground, crown of the head reaching down, heels dropping towards the earth. Inhale, expand. Inhale, raise the right heel, and as you exhale, you're going to step that right foot forward to the front of the mat, lower the left heel down. Right arm comes to the inside of the right foot, right shin. Drop your right hand behind your left hand behind your back for your right pocket. Gazing up over your left shoulder. You can take your fingertips of the right hand to the ground and lengthen through the front line of the body. Making sure to have stability in the feet, so the feet are pressing down through the ground, you're lengthening through the front line of the body, looking up over your left shoulder. Find the breath. Exhale, fully drawing your navel back to spine. One more. Inhale. Exhale. You're going to take your left hand to the center of the mat, slightly forwards, and stack your right foot on top of left. You're going to raise your right hand up towards the sky. Coming into this side plank position. If you need to modify, you lower the lower knee down to the ground. If you're comfortable here, you can bring your right foot into a tree position and lift up through the hips. Open through the chest, breathing in, pressing down through that left foot. Exhale, plank. Take a breath in plank position. Lift the back of the heart to the skies. Exhale, chaturanga all the way down. Inhale, lift. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in when you're ready. As you exhale, you melt. Inhale, left foot lifts. Exhale, left foot forwards, right heel down. Left arm to the inside of the left foot. Right hand behind the back for the left pocket. Come onto the fingertips of the left hand. Reaching out through that back edge of the back right foot, pressing down through that left foot, lunging into that front left knee. Finding the breath. Inhale, lengthen through the front line of the body. Tucking your tailbone under towards your back left heel. Exhale, drawing your navel back. Lengthen. Gaze up over your right shoulder. Take a breath in. Exhale, soften, stability. One more, full breath. Exhale, your right hand comes down to the mat, to the center of the mat, slightly forward, separate through your fingers, and bring your left foot stack on top of your right as you come into this side plank position. Okay, balance it. Roll the outside shoulder out behind you, and if you find your balance, you can lift through your hips. Try not to wobble. Your left foot comes into tree position on your right inner thigh. Keep lifting up through the hips. Lengthen through the front line of the body and release into plank. Take a breath in plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest, upward facing dog. Open the throat, shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, down dog. Exhale, relax. Relaxed awareness. Inhale. Exhale, melt. Keeping the hips high, chest relaxed. Crown of the head to the ground, padding through the hands. Look forward. Inhale, step forward, lift the chest. Exhale, fold over the thighs. Bend through the knees, separate your feet hip distance apart. Exhale, hooking your peace fingers around your big toes, bringing your lower ribs resting on your thighs, relax the back of the head. Take a breath in, lengthen the spine. Exhale, lift the hips as you gently tug on your big toes with your two peace fingers. And you come into the forward fold. So your sit bones are high, your elbows are bent, you're pulling on your big toes. Crown of the head reaching towards the ground. As you breathe out, keep lengthening the spine on the inhale. Exhale, release the toes. Now you're going to stand on the palms of the hands, so you're going to bring your toes right up to the wrist creases. Take a breath in, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Lifting the sit bones high, pressing down through the soles of the feet into the palms of the hands. Try and take the curve out of the back as much as possible, so you try and lengthen your spine with each breath. Inhale, press down through the feet, raise the hands to the sky, palms to press. Exhale, release the hands back into Samastiti, stepping the feet together. You can wipe the sweat away from the brow. We're going to move into a chair position here, so feet together. Drop the hips back and down, bend through the knees, keep the knees pressing together, lift the chest, inhale. Hands can be separated, relax the shoulders. Exhale, press down through the heels of the feet. Drop your hips back and down slightly. Maybe you look down beyond the knees to see your big toes sticking out. Finding the breath, inhale, keep the knees pressing together. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to take a twist here. So the left elbow comes to the outside of the right. You take a breath in, lengthen the chest. Using that connection between the elbow and the outside of the right knee. Open the chest to the long side of the mat as you look up over your right shoulder. Finding your breath in to lengthen the spine. Exhale, finding the twist coming from the center of the chest. Maybe you look down towards your feet. Maybe you can look up over your right shoulder. Taking the breath. Exhale, back into neutral. Inhale, lift the chest, open the hands. Exhale, second side. So the right elbow comes to the outside of the left knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, keeping your hands at the heart. You're going to look up over your left shoulder as you twist into this Utkatasana. Intense chair position. Finding the breath, pressing down through the back of the heels. Keeping the hands at the heart space. Inhale, lift the hands, lift the chest. Exhale, back into Samastiti, equal standing. Inhale, raise the hands, palms to press. Exhale, fold from the hips, forwards and down. Soft knees, long spine. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, step it back to plank, still breathing out, lower chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog position. And from here, we're going to inhale to raise the right heel to the sky. Exhale, bring the right foot forward, lower the left heel down. Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale, lift the chest, rising all the way up, palms press. Exhale, open out to the long side of the mat. Virabhadrasana 2. Warrior 2 position. Pressing down through the right foot, out through the outer left edge of the left foot. Relaxed awareness, again finding the breath to expand the chest, the ribcage to belly. Exhale, melt into your lunge position, keeping your knee tracking out to the little toe side on that right side, scooping your tailbone under, crunching into your lower belly, finding the breath, keeping the fingers working away from each other, lifting up through the inner groin or inner thighs. So the adductors on the inside of the thighs. Inhale, straighten through the front leg, reaching forward with the right hand to the inside or onto the shin. Lower the chest, and as you inhale, open the chest to the long side of the mat, open the front line of the body. And as you exhale, feel free to take your left hand up towards the sky, or you can bring it behind the back for your right pocket. So you're pressing down through the big toe mound on that right foot, and you're reaching out through the left side of the left foot. Now try and lengthen through the front line of the body as much as possible. You're looking up over the shoulder or out to the side or down to the ground. And with each breath you lengthen the right side of the body. As you exhale, you're sending that left hip back. Right hip scooping under towards your left heel. Inhale, exhale, back into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2 position. Now release your right elbow just above the right knee and open the left side of the body as you bring your hand over the crown of the head towards the front of the room, or to the front of the garden, looking up underneath the armpit towards the sky. Keep pressing down through that right foot, keep reaching out through that outer edge of the left foot. And see if you can just float your elbow off your front knee so you're not relying on leaning into the knee for support. Finding the breath. Stability, awareness, strength, relaxed face. Take it deeper if you want to bind behind as you take the right arm underneath the right thigh. You reach over the back of the body with your left hand for your right wrist. But try and lengthen through the front side of the body as much as possible while still keeping that connection to the earth with the feet. Finding your breath in, your breath out. One more. Then releasing the hands to the ground. Lower the back knee down. Lift up onto the right thigh. Lifting the chest, lunge here. And when you're ready, you can inhale, raise the left elbow up, exhale, bring the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. So your left shoulder's forward, your right shoulder's back behind you. You're looking up over your right shoulder, keeping a vertical position in that right shin, pushing out through your left heel, and coming into this twist position. Those of you that do want to take it a little bit deeper, you can always push out through your left heel, lift the back knee up off the ground, I'm going to stay here. Finding the breath, finding the twist, keeping that connection, and then releasing the hands to the ground, stepping back into plank on the inhale. Lower chaturanga on the exhale. See if you can float here just for a minute. As you inhale, you lift, not literally a minute, just a second. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time your left heel lifts to the sky. Bring the foot forwards. Warrior one. Inhale, lift the chest, palms to press. Slight back bend, open out to warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2. Lunge into the front knee. So your left foot's forward, your right foot's back. You're lunging into your left knee. Hands are strong. Tuck in your tailbone under, down towards the ground, crunching into your lower belly, finding your breath. Again, stability. Try not to grip the mat with your toes. See if you can separate your toes. For one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Then you're going to start to straighten your front leg. Lower the hands. Reach forward with your left hand. Release it down to the shin or to the inside of the left leg. Open the chest to the long side of the mat. Lengthen the front line of the body. Exhale. Lengthen the left side of the body here. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Again, you can bring your right arm up towards the sky. You can bring your right hand behind the back of your left pocket. But try taking your tailbone down towards your back heel while lengthening through the front side of the body. Your gaze is up over the shoulder or out to the side or down to the floor. Pressing down through the big toe mound. All the way up, spiraling up into the hip. Maybe for the last breath you do raise your hand, gaze up to your right fingertips, open the chest. Take a lunge into the front knee when you're ready. And as you breathe in, lift all the way back up into Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, sink into the lunge. Keeping your left knee out to the left toe side, left little toe side. Take a breath in. Exhale, you're going to bring your left elbow just above your left knee this time. Lunging deeply. Scan the horizon with your right arm over the crown of the head, and you can take chin mudra here if you bring your first finger and thumb to touch. Looking up underneath the armpit towards the sky. Pressing down through the feet. Opening the inner thighs. Stability, finding the breath. For one more. Inhale. Exhale. Now we can take the bind as we bring the left arm underneath the left thigh, reaching over the back of the body with the right hand. We can find the wrist on the left hand, but try and maintain that length through the front line of the body as much as possible, finding the breath in, finding the breath out, and still looking up over that right shoulder. And release the hands to the ground. Lower the back knee down. Coming up into the lunge. Take a breath in. Right elbow to the outside of left knee. Palms to press to the heart space. If your palms don't want to press, you can't keep the hands at the heart space, you can bring your one fist into one palm. Might make it a little bit easy. Rolling that right shoulder forwards, left shoulder back behind you. Gazing up over your left shoulder. Again, if you want to take it deeper, feel free to tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee, but I'm going to keep it down on the ground here. For one more breath in. One more breath out. Release the hands to the ground. Step it back into plank on the inhale. Exhale, low chaturanga. Now we're going to hold this chaturanga. So you're going to squeeze in. Tip the weight forwards, keep the hips lifted, squeeze the elbows in, look forwards. Crunch into your lower belly. Hold. Push the floor away with the hands. Hold. Keep breathing. Soft inhale. Soft exhale. Exhale fully. Release your forehead to the ground, move the hips side to side. Walk the hands back, feet together, roll onto the little toe side of both feet. Lift the chest, inhale, float the feet on the exhale. Shalabhasana, locust position. Find the breath, inhale. Exhale for 2. Inhale, shaking's good, exhale for 3, one more breath. Gently release, move the hips side to side. Bending one knee in, catch the top of the foot, the outside of the foot. Both feet, arms back. Press the feet into the hands to draw the shoulders back. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to lift your toes to the sky, release your chest and your forehead from the ground, release the upper thighs, press down through the pubic bone. So you're using this to come into this bow pose, bow position. Find the breath. Inhale. Lift the toes on the exhale, release the shoulders. Keep lifting. Inhale for one more. Exhale, release. Gently move the hips side to side, release onto the opposite cheek. Walk the hands in. Push through the hands, roll through the knees, take it back into extended child's position. Release the tailbone between the heels. Hands working their way forwards. Breathe into the back of the body. Exhale, relax between the thighs. Now, coming up onto all fours when you're ready, tucking the toes under, lifting into downward facing dog when you're ready. Looking forward to the space between the hands, you can walk, step, handstand or lightly float forwards. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, take your hands all the way up to the sky, palms to press, lift the chest. Exhale, hands to heart, Samastiti. Inhale, exhale, keeping the forehead pressing at the fingertips, your elbows in. 2 more breaths. Inhale deeply. Exhale, relax. 1 more. Soften the heart rate. Inhale. Step it back halfway on the mat. Feet together. We're going to inhale, bring the arms in front. Exhale, bend through the knees, lower the hips as far as you can. Looking forwards. Hands out in front of you for balance. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, release the hands to hips. Inhale, raise the hands, draw them across the front of the body. Exhale, bend through the knees, keeping the knees together, lower the hips as low as you can. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, release the hands to hips. 1 more. Inhale, hands forward. Exhale, bend through the knees, keep the knees pressing together. Hold. Inhale. Exhale, hands to hips. We're going to do 1 more. Inhale, hands forward. Exhale, bend through the knees, keep the knees squeezing together, lower the hips as far as you can. Watch the knees here if it starts to pinch. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, we're going to do 1 more. I lied. Inhale, hands forward. Exhale, slowly keep the hands reaching forward to balance. Hold and release the bottom to the ground. Feel free to gently move through the hips or just shake the legs side to side, give a good shake. Bend through the knees pointing up to the sky. I'm going to lower onto the back of the body. As you inhale, I want you to take the hands and the feet over the crown of the head. And as you exhale, you're just going to lower slowly down. See if you can rock forwards and up. Inhale, lying back, taking the hands and feet over the crown of the head. Coming onto the shoulders, not onto the neck. Exhale, gently rocking up. Sort of into a light boat pose. Inhale, hands over the crown of the head, hands back. Exhale, see if you can separate your feet, rock all the way up onto the soles of the feet. We're going to do this motion forwards and backwards a few more times. So lower the bottom down gently. Inhale, lie all the way back onto the back of the body. Take your hands and feet over the crown of the head. Exhale, see if you can rock all the way back up onto your feet. Maybe you lift the hips. 1 more. Lying back, inhale. Slowly rocking all the way up. Exhale, coming into Malasana, forward fold. This time we're going to plant our hands, get our knees into the backs of the upper arms. Lift one heel to the bottom and then the next. We're coming into Bakasana, crow position. So press down through the hands. Lift the heels. Lift the back of the heart space towards the sky. Hold here. Breathe. Find your strength. Inhale. Exhale. Keep those hips lifted. Keep your heels reaching up towards your bottom. When you're ready to release, slowly release your feet to the ground. Back into Malasana. Sit back onto the bottom. Seated twist from here. So move the flesh away from the sit bones. Bend through the right knee. Place the right foot over the top of the left thigh. Flat to the earth. Toes on the left foot pointing straight up to the sky. We're going to rotate to the inside of the right thigh. So sit tall. Inhale. Creeping the chest up the inside of the right thigh. Holding onto that right knee with the left arm. Right hand behind the back. We're gazing out over the right shoulder. So sit tall with each breath. Exhale, find the twist. If you want to reach down with your left hand for your left shin, you can find the bind here, but use it as a twisting tool, a mechanism to deepen the twist. So you breathe in to sit tall, you exhale, you open the chest to the long side of the mat. Your right hand's behind the right hip, your left hand's holding onto the left shin. Right foot is flat to the earth, your right knee is pointing straight up to the sky. Left foot is pressing forward, so the heels forwards, toes drawn back towards the face. Find the breath in, sit taller, lifting the navel up and over the thigh. Exhale, twist and release. Legs forward, opposite side. So the left knee lifts, left foot over right thigh. Plant the foot firmly to the ground, foundation one. Left hand behind left hip for stability. You can hold on to the left knee with the right hand. Take a breath in, sit taller. Exhale. This time you're looking out over your left shoulder. If you want to find the bind, but make sure you don't compromise the pose. So you're keeping your chest open. You're using it as a tool to deepen the twist. Finding the breath in, finding the breath out. Outward rotation of the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale fully. Last breath. Deep breath in, sit taller. Exhale, we're going to turn back to face forwards. Unravel the legs, give them a little bit of a shake out. Bending through the knees, planting the feet firmly to the ground, gently lying onto the back of the body. Lying down onto the back of the body, we're going to roll back. We're going to catch our hips in our hands as we come into Viparita Karani. So you're hooking your thumbs into your hips, resting your thighs into your hands and gently swaying the legs side to side. So there's no resting on the back of the neck. All of the weight is taken into the upper back. Options to stay here, or eventually you can walk your hands around to support your back, floating ribs. Squeeze the elbows in, knees over forehead, and then extend your legs up to the sky. Walking your elbows in, supporting your lower back, feet reaching up. Internal rotation of the thighs, using your core strength. And you're going to just make sure that you're not taking any weight into the back of the neck. Don't turn the head side to side. Resting on the shoulders, supported shoulder stand. Walking your elbows in, find the breath, see if you can expand your belly. On the inhale, exhale, relax the rib cage. Draw everything back into the center. Keep reaching up. Deep breaths, steady, calm. Watch that the elbows don't start to wing out to the sides. Keep them walking into the center. Adjusting as you need to. But no weight into the back of the neck here. Gently lower the knees to the forehead. And then you can extend your legs straight back behind you over the crown of the head. Maybe your toes reach the floor. Maybe you're still supporting your lower back. If you're coming into plow position, then you can extend your arms forward, interlock the fingers. Maybe you come onto the tips of the toe, the tops of the toes, keeping the sit bones high. So you're trying to lengthen out the back of the body as much as possible. Hips high, finding the breath. Tops of the toes pressing into the ground. When you're ready, you can support your lower back, draw the knees back in over the chest, extend back to the sky, gently release. Now, holding onto the back of the thighs here, keeping the hands and the feet over the crown of the head, we're going to very slowly lower all the way down into the lower back, one vertebra at a time, nice and slow. Keeping the hands over the crown of the head. Back into a neutral spine position. Now we're going to counter pose, that shoulder stand. Gently bringing the soles of the feet together, letting the knees fall out to the sides, to this supine, bound angle position. Finding the breath, resting one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Dropping the chin forward towards the chest, starting to release the breath. Extending the legs forwards. I want you to walk up onto your forearms, take your hands underneath your bottom, interlock your thumbs, lifting the chest so you're resting fully on your forearms and releasing the crown of the head down to the ground so you're opening the front of the chest. Really great pose for those people that suffer with asthma. Heels pressing forward, lifting the chest is counter pose to the shoulder stand. It's fish pose, fish position. And when you're ready to release, gently relax back into the earth, nice and slowly. Walking your hands out from underneath the body, lying onto the back of the body. Taking a breath here. And again, for the last time, we're going to take our feet over the crown of the head, so we're coming back onto the shoulders. Hold onto the back of the thighs here. Take a breath in. As you exhale, we're going to rock all the way up, nice and slow. If you need to release the hands, to use your hands to bring yourself up, you release and lift up. Keep your toes reaching up towards the sky, coming into Navasana, boat position. You need to hold onto the back of the thighs. Hold on. If you need to release the hands to the floor for support, you do that. Otherwise, you let go. Lift the chest towards the toes, find the breath. Balancing here, back and legs are strong, you're reaching out through your toes, you're separating your toes and release, draw the heels in towards the bottom. Sitting yourself back, and we're going to take it into a forward fold from here. So, legs forwards, move the flesh away from the sit bones, Paschimottanasana, east meets west position. Lifting the chest up, lower ribs up out of the hips as you inhale. As you exhale, you're starting to fold from the hips forwards. Keep it soft through the back of the knees if your hamstrings are tight, but keep the feet active. With each breath, you're wanting to lift your chest up out of the hips towards your feet. Now, if you suffer with hamstrings, tight hamstrings like I do, it's going to start to pull into your back, around the back. So you want to try and lengthen out as much as possible. Now, to keep your hamstrings happy, keep a little softness in the back of the knees. This is my hardest pose for me. You can see as I round into the back of the body, you want to try and lift your lower ribs out of the rib cage, creep them forwards, and then settle yourself into your forward fold. Remember, it's not about how it looks, it's about how it feels. When you get to your position, you can relax the head. You start to find the breath. You're working towards your forearms coming down to the ground, but try not to lose the length through the spine. Inhale up, point the toes forward, walk the hands behind the back, fingers pointing forwards. Lift the chest on the exhale. You can stay here, squeezing the shoulders back, lifting the chest, pointing the toes forward, or you can exhale next time, lift the hips into a reverse plank position. Gently swinging the hips side to side, pressing down through the hands, out through the toes, and as you breathe out next time, release the hips. Drawing the knees in over the chest, you can take your right hand behind the back of the thighs, gently rolling over to one side. So you're taking your knees over to the right, left arm's extended out, you're looking over your left shoulder as you come into the reclined twist. Inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, find the twist. For one more, inhale, one more, exhale. When you're ready, you can bring the knees back up to center. Take the left arm behind the back of the thighs. Lower your knees over to the left as you release your right arm out to the side. You look over your right shoulder. Take a breath in to lengthen the spine. Give the feet active. Exhale, twist. Start to soften the breath. When you're ready, you can release your legs forwards, let your feet fall out to the sides. Shavasana. Sharpen your chin gently towards your chest. One hand resting on the belly, one hand resting on the heart, or you can have your hands out to the sides, palms facing up, a slight distance away from the hips. Take a deep breath in. And when you're ready to release, you tell yourself to relax. Release the effort. Release the control. Close the eyes.